Okay, so Henry and I are hanging out here in Louisiana. We've been waiting not too long, but we're at the end of our journey. So some of you have been wanting to hear the nitty-gritties of some of the strange things I encounter on my travels. So I'm gonna give it to you. It's not lot lizards, it's not buffalo bills, it's not like you know, truck stop horror stories kind of stuff. It's more of like the interesting things in my travels. Things like encounters of restaurants, because you know, I like to eat, I like to travel. One nice thing about not paying rent is you get, anyway, hard pressed to not go out to eat. So I go places. One of the nitty-gritties of my travels that I've discovered is there's still places that shut down on Mondays, and I've always hated that. I've always hated the fact that things are closed on freaking Mondays, and they seem to always still be closed on Mondays. Always closed on Mondays. So I decided to go to this little truck stop, you know, restaurant kind of deal, and I made a discovery of local sauces. Went to this place called Go Bears, and Go Bears is some kind of local truck stop restaurant, southern eatery. And I went, and she asked me what kind of sauces I would like. I said, well, what do you got? And she says, you know, gave me a list, and one of them was Go Bears sauce. So I'm thinking, what the hell's Go Bears sauce? And she says, it's like Raising Cane's sauce. So I'm thinking to myself, what's Raising Cane's sauce? I'm a West Coast guy. I knew what Raising Cane's sauce was because I actually finally went to a Raising Cane's, which in Riverside, they just got their first one for the area. And happened to have Raising Cane's sauce for the first time. You know, big effing deal, right? So, but it was just funny to me that I'm thinking, so I told this chick at the counter, you know, who I told I was from the West Coast. And I was just like thinking to myself, you probably have no idea that Raising Cane's isn't in California, really. There's only like maybe a couple of spots here and there, and that's it. Like, and she's like, it's like Raising Cane's sauce. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not gonna raise a fuss, not gonna say anything, because I can't understand this girl because her Cajun accent is so thick that I had to ask her like every 3 or 4 words, like, what did you say? What is that? And you know, so I was like, all right, I'm not gonna bother her too much. So I just say go for the Raising Cane's Go Bear sauce, which was like Burger King fry sauce. To, you know, she could have said that. She could have said, oh, it's like, you know, you've ever had Burger King fry sauce before? And I would have been like, well, yeah, of course. Who hasn't, right? But she went with the Raising Cane's sauce. And I was like, all right, fine. I'll go with the Raising Cane's sauce. So, and it was good, you know, like Louisiana fried chicken in Louisiana is actually really good. Like, you know, everybody likes to, you know, piss themselves over, you know, Popeyes, right? Well, until you actually have it in Louisiana, you know, Popeyes is like, why do I go there? I'll just go to like Kentucky Fried Chicken, or you know, where the hell's Raising Cane's? There you go. Go to Raising Cane's. So yeah, so that's the nitty gritty. Last night, as I feel a little grimy because it's like damp out here. This humidity business is it's gonna take some getting used to for sure. I mean, I like it. I like the greenery. I mean, just to give you some perspective, like this is you know, you got birds chirping, you got all kinds of goodness. I mean, it's pretty. I like the greenery, but the humidity is pretty crazy. I will admit though, Louisiana's got this nice little breeze coming in from the Gulf, which I did like. I did like a lot. Henry didn't like it too much. We went for a 1-mile walk yesterday, and this bitch could barely handle that business. He was so hot and puffing. 1 mile. Henry and I go for 5 to 10 mile walks regularly. Wasn't even that hot yesterday neither. It was like maybe like 80 degrees. And it was humid, but it was windy. Or a little not windy, breezy. And that was okay, but fuck it. Henry. Poor little Henry. Poor little Henry. All right, so that's the nitty gritty for today. Raising Cane's sauce.